Hello everyone, welcome to ZNZ Classroom. I'm Mary, and in this video, I will be going over question 11 to 15 on the calculator section for the SAT Practice 3 test released by College Board. So let's get started. On number 11 here, it says an object on Earth has a weight of 150 newtons. On which planet would the same object have an approximate weight of 170 newtons? So just in case you forgot from the previous video, this question basically gives you a table of the acceleration due to gravity on different planets, and it tells you that weight equals to mg, which is mass times gravity. So in this case, since weight equals mg, we can do, so weight equals mg, and it tells you this object's weight on Earth. So we can calculate the mass on Earth because the gravity, the acceleration due to gravity on Earth is 9.8, which they give you on the table over here, 9.8. Okay, so we can have 150 equals to my mass, which is unknown times 9.8. And in this case, you could use a calculator. So I'm just gonna divide 9.8 on both sides. 9.8 both sides, so m equals to, let me use a calculator. So 150 divided by 9.8, that gives me 15 point, so approximately 15.30612, right? So let me just write m on one side, on the left side, because I'm more used to that way. Okay, so that's m. Now, since we know the mass and we know the weight on a certain planet is 170, we can calculate the acceleration due to gravity. So let's see, so weight is 170 equals to mass is 15.30612 times g, then g, use a calculator, is gonna be approximately equals to 170 divided by 15.30612. So it's gonna equal to 11.1, right? So if you use calculator, it's gonna give you 11.1, and let's match to the table. It's going to give you Saturn as the answer. So let's choose Saturn as our answer. In this case, you can also just approximate without a calculator if you're running out of time. So I will use 10 instead of 9.8 and do an approximation. It will also give you 11 point something. It might be a little bit off from 11.1, but it could also help you to figure out the answer if you are running out of time. Okay, next question. Number 12 here, it says if the function f has 5 distinct zeros, which of the following could represent the complete graph of f in the xy plane? So when we're talking about zeros, we're talking about when the graph intersect the x-axis. So in this case, we need the graph to intersect the x-axis 5 times because it says there are 5 distinct zeros. So let's just count. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. That's wrong because there are only 4 distinct zeros. There are 1, 2, 3, 4. That's right too. It's only have 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 6. It's not 5. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that is 5. It's D is correct. So when in this case, be careful that this case also count as it, since it touches x-axis, it also counts. Okay, so just be mindful of that. All right, let's move on to the next question. It says the equation above gives the height h in feet of a ball t seconds after it is thrown straight up with an initial speed of v feet per second from a height of k feet, which of the following gives v in terms of h, t, and k. So basically we need to isolate v to one side. So what can we do is first, let's subtract k on both sides. So h minus k equals to negative 16t squared plus vt. And then we can take out the t. So that means h minus k equals to, I'm gonna take out the t. So negative 16t plus v, right? And then I'm gonna do divide by t on both sides, so divide by t, and that's giving me negative 16t plus v. And we can do h minus k over t, and we plus 16t on both sides equals to v. So v is h minus k over t plus 16t, and that gives me answer choice D. Okay, next question. It says the cost of using a telephone in a hotel meeting room is $0.2 per minute. Which of the following equations represent the total cost seen in dollars for each hours of phone use? So in this case, one of the most important thing that they already underlined for you is the hours and minute. There is a unit conversion here. So since we know that 1 hour is 60 minutes, we can do, since it's 8 hours, we multiply by 60, they give us the number of minutes, and we multiply by 0.20, and that's our total cost. So answer choice A is correct. Okay, question number 15, last one. Says, in order to determine if treatment X is successful in improving eyesight, a research was conducted. From a large population of people with poor eyesight, so that's our population that we're going to select our sample from, 300 participants was selected at random. It's called random selection. Half of the participants were randomly assigned to receive treatment X, so random assignment. And the other half did not receive treatment X. The resulting data showed that the participants who received treatment X had significantly improved eyesight as compared to those who did not receive treatment X. Based on the design results of the study, which of the following is an appropriate conclusion? So let's look at our answers. The first one says treatment X is likely to improve the eyesight of people who have poor eyesight. It sounds pretty good. So let's move on to B. It said treatment X improves eyesight better than all other available treatment. So all other available treatment, this one is wrong because in here, our treatment is only treatment X. So what we're comparing is either it received treatment X or not receive it. It doesn't compare any other treatments. So you couldn't generalize this result to all other treatment, available treatment are like worse than treatment X. So that is wrong. And then treatment X will improve the eyesight of anyone who takes it. So we have a research and you want to generalize your results. You can only generalize the result to the population that you select your sample from. In this case, your population is people with poor eyesight. It's not everybody. So C is wrong because this one says anyone who takes it. Let's look at D. Treatment X will cause a substantial improvement in eyesight. So D is wrong because though it doesn't state the population, but compared to A, the generalization in A is more specific. It says is likely to improve the eyesight of people who have poor eyesight. So it's generalizing to the specific population that we're selecting our sample from. So A is correct. And D is too broad, is not as specific. So this type of question, I think it's the hardest type in SAT. It's a kind of statistic question. If you are enrolling AP statistics, then you will learn about those things. But if you don't, just remember, learn about random assignment, random selection, experiment, treatments, and also there's another type of statistic question that a lot of people will miss, which is probability. So I think maybe in a later video, if y'all comment below saying that y'all need a statistics review for the SAT, I'll make a separate video on that. And thank you so much for watching, and let me know if you have any questions, and thank you.